466 million years ago, Earth had rings, not a moon. Actual rings, just like Saturn. Scientists confirmed it in a 2024 study. A massive asteroid drifted too close to our planet. Earth's gravity tore it apart. The debris spread out around the equator and formed a glowing ring that circled Earth for tens of millions of years. So the real question is not, what if Earth had rings? The question is, what would happen if those rings came back today? Welcome to What If Universe, where one question can change everything. Today, Earth gets a second sky. There is a precise distance from any planet called the Roche limit. Inside that distance, a planet's gravity is so much stronger on the near side of an object than the far side, that the object literally rips itself apart. For Earth, that line sits roughly 9,500 kilometers above the surface. Any moon-sized object that drifts inside it gets shredded. The pieces don't fall. They spread out in a flat disk around the equator. That disk is what you see around Saturn today. Earth's rings would not be a thick band. They would be paper-thin. Saturn's rings stretch nearly 280,000 kilometers wide, but they are less than 100 meters thick, a massive structure that is, somehow, almost two-dimensional, and what you see depends entirely on where you stand. Stand at the equator. The rings appear as a single thin line arching from horizon to horizon, a bright silver thread splitting the sky in half. The sun rises behind it. The sun sets behind it. And once a day, the rings cast their own shadow directly through the sun. A perfect dark line slicing through daylight. Move further north or south, and the view changes completely. The rings stop looking like a line. They open up. A massive curved arch filling half the sky. Glowing. Permanent. Visible every minute of every day. A second sky, above the first one. Travel to the Arctic or Antarctic, and the rings disappear entirely. You are looking at them from above, edge on, so thin they vanish completely. The polar regions would be the only places on Earth where the sky still looks like the sky we know. The rings are made of ice and rock. They reflect sunlight, exactly like the moon does. But the rings are much closer, much larger in the sky. Reflected light from Earth's rings would be brighter than the full moon every single night. Brighter, every night, forever. True darkness, the kind humans have known for the entire history of our species, would essentially disappear. The stars would fade. The Milky Way would barely be visible. Astronomy from the ground, almost impossible. The rings work in the other direction too. They block sunlight from reaching the surface. Earth is tilted at 23 degrees. So during summer in the northern hemisphere, the rings cast their shadow on the southern hemisphere, and vice versa. The same 2024 study that confirmed Earth's ancient ring linked it directly to the Hernantian Ice Age, one of the coldest periods in the last half-billion years. A temperature drop of nearly 14 degrees Fahrenheit across the entire planet, caused, at least in part, by a ring system casting a permanent shadow across the globe. Bring those rings back today, and you get the same effect. Winters become darker, colder, longer. Glaciers begin to spread. Crop yields drop. Coastlines change. A planet with rings is a colder planet. Modern Earth runs on satellites, GPS communication, weather forecasting, the internet itself. All of it sits in low Earth orbit, the same region where Earth's rings would form. Within hours, Debris from the rings would begin striking every satellite in orbit. GPS, gone. The internet, fractured into isolated regions. Space launches would become extraordinarily dangerous. A rocket trying to leave Earth would have to pass through a swarm of high-velocity ice particles. For the first time since the 1960s, humanity could be locked beneath its own atmosphere, trapped under the very thing that makes our planet beautiful. Somewhere out there, right now, an asteroid is drifting. It does not know we exist. It is moving on a path it has followed for billions of years, and one day, that path will bring it too close to Earth. Our gravity will reach out. It will not survive the encounter. The asteroid will shatter, spreading into a flat disk around the equator, exactly the way it happened 466 million years ago. And the first thing humans will notice is the sky. At the equator, a silver line will appear, slicing through the daylight. Cities at mid-latitudes will wake to find a glowing arch overhead, permanent, motionless, impossible. And in the polar regions, nothing. Just the same empty sky humans have always known. Within days, satellites will start dying. GPS gone. The internet fractured. Within months, the rings will cast a permanent shadow across one hemisphere at a time. Winters will grow longer. Glaciers will spread. And within years, humans will be locked beneath their own atmosphere, unable to launch, unable to leave. The night sky we grew up with, the dark, quiet, familiar one, will be gone, replaced by something brighter, stranger, more beautiful, and more permanent than any civilization that watches it form. Because out there, the universe is rarely interested in leaving things the way it found them. This is What If Universe, and we've barely scratched the surface. See you in the next one. Next time on What If Universe, we destroy the moon. Not move it, not damage it. Destroy it. Subscribe now so you don't miss it.